Today I want to share 5 tips that are amazing to use in MidJourney that I didn't know before. These tips will change how you use MidJourney and bring your art to the next level. So you can do a lot in MidJourney, but there are some hidden settings that not everybody knows that I wanted to share. So the first one I wanted to show is the settings tab. If you go to /settings and you press enter, MidJourney will open all the settings that you can choose. And you have a couple of options. You can choose different versions. For instance, you have the MidJourney version 4, which is normally what is used now. But some people still like MidJourney version 3 because it's a bit more abstract or gritty. So if you press it here, you can change it and your images will be created with MidJourney version 3. So next to that you have the Niji Mode, so you can make anime art. You have some test options and you can select the quality. So if you have a higher quality, it costs more. You have the private mode, which you can use as a paid member, so other people cannot see what you create. You have the fast and the relax mode. This means how fast your image gets generated. And the remix mode, which is my next tip that I wanted to use. So let's just try that out. I'm just gonna do /imagine. So I have a bathtub filled with yellow rubber ducks. I press enter. So here we got the result. Got some nice bathtubs full with rubber duckies, which I asked for, so that's great. And now I can start to show the remix tool. In the settings we selected the remix mode, and what this does is that you can change prompts very easily and you don't have to do it all over again. So for instance, we have the bathtub filled with yellow rubber ducks that you created, and if I just press the V3 or any version, you get a pop-up. It's called the remix prompt. Instead of that you get different versions of the same one, you get a new prompt where I can just add some extra information if you want. So I can do shiny bathtub in skyscraper filled with yellow rubber ducks. And like this you don't have to copy and paste everything, and it is a bit easier to use. My remixed version is finished and it looks nice, it's more shiny. You see your skyscrapers in the back and the ducks look very scared, but that doesn't matter. The picture worked out. The third tip that I have for you is use seeds. As you can see here in my prompt, I have --seed1. When MidJourney creates your image, it can create 1,000. For instance, if you do shiny bathtub, it will make 1,000 versions, but you get one of that. So let's say you get number 1 out of 1,000. So if in the future you want to get exactly the same image, you can add this to the end and then you will receive the same one back. So as you can see, I use 2 different prompts, both with seed1, and I get exactly the same image. So that's how it works, you know. If you would type 2 times seed2, you would get exactly that same image. For in the future, it's nice if you want to open it again. So my 4th tip is using the suffix. So if you type /prefer suffix, you can fill something in that adds automatically to the end of the prompt. For instance, I have /seed1. So every image that I create has this seed1 at the back of the prompt, so you don't have to add it manually. You can also use this if you want a certain style. If you want the Niji style, you can do it like this and it will automatically be added to the end. If I go to settings and I select the version 4 that I'm using, you see that this is the suffix that's happening. So the seed1 is the one that I filled in, right? That's automatically added, and it has then the version in the back. So the 5th tip, and the very important one, is using weight for images. Weight is how important MidJourney thinks some items are. I'm gonna explain this by using only 3 words. I'm gonna type car, sunset, and city. Let's see how it looks. So what a comma actually is, this sign. So this means that it has a weight of 1. So I can also type /imagine car 1, sunset 1. So if I do this, we should get exactly the same image because the commas are the same and they both have the seed1. We already got some very impressive pictures actually. This is really a Need for Speed kind of style, very pretty. This one has the moon behind. So we see we have a bit of sunset, a bit of city and a car. We didn't get exactly the same image with the seed because we don't use the exact same letters, it is different. So we have the car, sunset and city. This one looks like there's a storm being going on. So we copy the prompt that we have, and what we're gonna do now, we're gonna give the sunset a higher priority. So instead of 1, I'm gonna make it 3. So let's see how that looks. While we're waiting for that one, I also will create one where the car has the highest weight. And this time we do car weight 2, city also weight 2. So we got the one where the sunset has priority 3 and the car and the city only 1. You see that, yeah, the sunset really has the priority here. On this one you don't even see the car, but you have a very nice background of the city. Here you have some cars and a nice reflection. This one is very pretty actually. Gonna upscale that one. And then here we have the car with weight 2, the city with weight 2, and the sunset only has weight 1. And you see that indeed we are really in a city. There's really cars. You don't see a sunset in this one. Here you do have a sunset, a lot of cars and a city, so it's really good combined. It is really cool with a fancy car, very high buildings, bit of sunset behind, you don't really see it, but yeah, it looks nice. The upscaled version from this picture is done and it looks very pretty, especially the reflection that you have here from the sunset with the cars. The city is not so big, but that's okay because we really asked for the sunset and it's a really pretty one. So the final tip I have is on version 4 of MidJourney and A and B. There are 2 different styles of version 4 that MidJourney has. And you can select this by adding to the end of your prompt either -- style for B or -- style for A. Gonna try this out. We're gonna do /imagine and we're gonna do -- style for B. So here we have the first one ready. This one is from 4A. And you see it really made it realistic. It's not drawn or anything, it really looks like it's pictures. And the 4B one is also finished now. And you see that this one did it totally different. This one looks like a painting. Actually, 2 of these already look like they are on a painting or a poster. So I hope these tips were new for you and you learned something new and can create even better images. If you have a tip that you think everybody should know, please put it in the description and make us all smarter. I have another video that shows how to get great MidJourney prompts. You can watch that here.